All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is pretty safe to say that 2025 might actually be the year of gooning, specifically quarter 2 of 2025, because we have some characters coming out across all of the gacha games that seem to be focused on one thing: causing a shift of blood flow in its players. And the thing is, this isn't even the character that I'm going to be focusing on today. This is Cantarella from Wuthering Waves. You can see what that tongue do in this trailer. It's actually banned in a couple of countries from being shown, and banned on some official discords from being shown. But this isn't going to be the focus of today. We're going to be focusing more on a trend that we've been seeing across gacha games. And that is, of course, just the sheer amount of goonery we're seeing on these character designs. And so with that, I've decided to watch the Veresa character trailer, do a bit of a react to that, understanding what we've already gone through this morning, and of course, what's going to be coming to Genshin Impact. And so with that, right off the rip, what we're seeing is that this character, first shot, just a straight booty shot. The entire thing is exposed. We haven't even started. The mark is at 000. And so we can only imagine what else there is going to be in here. It seems like all of these games are going down a similar path. You could consider it dark, you could consider it positive, but that's just how it's going to be. So with that, let's go ahead. Let's get right on into it. We've already seen Cantarella's. Let's see what Veresa's trailer is all about.
So sleepy. I'm hungry.
You're gonna be late.
Huh? Ah! Oh, I can still make it. I can still make it.
I love how they immediately show how power crept the old Natlan roster is. They've even made power creep lore friendly. These devs have also made power creep lore friendly. At this point, the devs must be getting all of this feedback, all of like the complaints about the people that are talking about Natlan, how it feels like super predatory, how you feel like you have to pull out all the limited banners, you got to do all of this stuff. And then I can't believe these devs are cheeky enough just to show her running faster than everybody else that was like released less than a year ago. She's just running faster than them. Do keep in mind that Mualani, right, was sort of like released as this character that was going to be able to traverse on water. Veresa just does this. She just runs on water and she goes faster than Mualani. At this point, you just have to be wondering, is Snezhnaya, is Nod Cry, are all these new regions just going to be the same thing? Skip the first like 5 or 6 banners and then just wait for the character that does everything and more? Because holy shit, I don't know if you guys have seen some of the gameplay of this unit in exploration. It almost looks illegal. It looks like she's cheating. This entire trailer is about food. This entire trailer is entirely 1000% focused on food. Food and running. Is this the nation of war? Or is this a cross-country meet? What is even going on here? We've already had like a video on it, but it seems like the selling point of this character is like a feeding fetish. It's like a feeding fetish and then like a whatever is going on here fetish where she's like, we haven't even seen her combat yet, but we do know what she does. Like it is, I mean, she does seem like just a gigantic, she does seem like a gigantic joke, right? She just kind of seems like a complete filler character whose only design is to like really appeal to like a, you know, some type of like preference within the player base. If I were to just, I guess for a second, compare it to Cantarella, at least I feel like the gooning here and like the theme of food over here, it actually has like a bit more of like a purpose, right? It actually has like an implementation into the story. It feeds into like the crazy dynamics that are going on in the city of Raguna in Wuthering Waves, right? That like the poisoning and the stuff, like all of that's integrated into the story. Is there just any it seems like it's just stapled on top of Natlan. It really does seem like this whole food dynamic, all of this stuff, it's just stapled onto Natlan. Like just added right on top with absolutely no links, no connection to anything else that's happened in the region. This is the nation of war, where these guys, they just lost like a significant amount of their population fighting, and now they're like having eating contests. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, nation of food. Yeah, maybe the next couple of maybe they'll expand cooking in this region. It's like the war never happened. They're probably trying to wipe it from our memories as well.
All contestants have arrived. On my mark.
Oh, I'm too late. I'm too late.
Hey, isn't that the reigning champion?
Oh, I think I should have timed right.
That might have been one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Did she just like... What? What the f... Did they run out of animation budget? Did they run out of animation budget for the scene? At least the gooning and the angles and like maybe some of the Cancerella stuff, it makes sense. Like this is, it just seems, what? Like, what's the reason for this one? Holy moly. Like let's just break down what's happening here. Let's just break down what's happening here. She's in like a food coma or dream. And like all these devs are showing is her gigantic fucking ass as she's floating around on a burger. A flying burger. I'm just confused. Who are they trying to necessarily appeal to here? Because I'm gonna be honest, anyone that eats like this much in real life, however much she's supposed to eat, they're not gonna look like this. They're gonna be at least 3 to 4, maybe 5 times the size that she is in this trailer. Hey, but maybe if they run as much as she does. But it's just like, what are they trying to do with this? The average American, okay. I actually forgot that she was a wrestler for a second. She got hit by a hilichurl that was flying on a slime, on like an anemo slime, and then proceeded to transform into a luchador who's ready to go beat some ass. Did they even try? No worries at all if you like the music, right? Okay, it's like death mellow and stuff. Definitely something I don't feel like Genshin has ever done before. But like, what just happened? This is cool, like having like the whole sort of like fighting game aesthetic, that sort of thing. Clearly she's like, you know, she's about to like perfect him. You know, she's taking absolutely no damage. She's taking all the damage, but like I guess let me just show you guys, right? Sort of like the YouTube timeline and how stuff has been progressing. Right? We're just like we're like in an eating contest, we're doing all this fun stuff. Now we're like daydreaming about the food and like let me even move my camera up so you guys can see it more clearly. What is going on? It's only been 2 minutes and I feel like I'm on a fucking journey. Maybe that was the point. More has happened in 2 minutes than I feel like has happened in like the last 12 hours of my day. It's so all over the place. It's like so disjointed. And it's just like, when you look at so many of the other Genshin trailers that they've had, oh my gosh, it really just feels like they just threw a bunch of shit together. A bunch of stuff on the drawing board together, mashed it all up, and then they kind of didn't really even care about making it fit. Like, the transition is her going from a food coma, flying up in the sky, to, like, landing and then beating the shit out of a bunch of hilichurls.
The tournament is about to begin. Final call for contestants.
Where is she? quick bite.
All right, so let me just get this straight. The framing was that Janssen was calling her because she was late to a tournament. Veresa proceeds to eat a fuck ton of food, go flying, sprinting everywhere, eat a fuck ton of food in a food competition, an eating contest, proceeds to start daydreaming about all the food she ate, ends up fighting a bunch of hilichurls, and then sprints back to the competition. Was this written by a what? Is this character like, is Veresa like a Make-A-Wish Foundation character? Somebody suffering from a disease, like a 5-year-old kid suffering from a disease, like write her story? This actually seems like it was like an elementary schooler storyboarded this trailer. Maybe that's the point, but then like, who is this character trying to appeal to? Because I'm 99% sure anybody over the age of like 16 or maybe even 15 would be like, what the fuck is even going on here? It seems like this character is like designed to be Gooner, but then like thematically is supposed to appeal to like 10-year-olds while also being like a Gooner character. And so it's just like, wait, it's like being pulled in so many different directions. It's so confusing. There can't be a lot of people that are just like looking at her implementation and being like, this is good, right? This is good for the game. Like, what is even going on? It's like, oh yeah. Oh, you know, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool if she was like running really fast. We made her run faster than everybody else. Oh, it also be really cool she ate a lot of food too. Oh, and it'd be really cool she started flying on a burger. And then after she flies on the burger, she starts fighting some hilichurls. I don't know. I feel like this has to be designed for a younger audience. But it's like, if it's designed for a younger audience, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's a thematic disaster, I gotta say. I thought the teaser was bad. The teaser was pretty bad, but this one is arguably worse because it's just so confusing what's going on. Oh wait, we didn't even get the ending shot.
Wait for me.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, this one's a rough one. Maybe let's look at a couple of the comments. Let's see what the Genshin community thinks about this one. Didn't expect a metal theme for this silly girly. What a cute girl. I wonder what music she's listening to. Complain all you want. You cannot deny that this looks good. I think it looks okay. I think the visuals are actually pretty decent, but yeah, this character is, I think this character is literally designed as a gag. If that's what they want to do with this game, they can go for it. I think there's a reason why ever since she was revealed, everyone was saying that this character looks like a ZZZ character, because they're like not wrong, because a lot of ZZZ characters are extremely like goofy. They're meant to be taken in like a certain direction. Like, you know, they have like animations where they're made out of like fucking like jello and shit, and they like do that. Like, just look at Billy. Bro is like, you know, Billy's like a meme. But like, Genshin kind of hasn't really done a lot of stuff like that. I feel like one of the silliest units that they had before was like Hu Tao. And she definitely didn't go like as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as this. It just feels like the game has lost a lot of like artistic thematic direction. And this is like the biggest example of it all, because nothing when it comes to this unit feels like it makes very much sense. I'm worried for the direction of the game and the character designs in the future. She has easily the best exploration that Natlan as a whole has even had. And it almost seems like she was released just to power creep exploration, and then they just didn't have any fucking idea what to do with her character. They needed a reason for her to run fast and run on water, and then it almost seems like they designed the power creep, and then they built the unit so that they could incorporate the power creep that they wanted. That's almost what it feels like over here because of how disjointed she is. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe we'll just have to see how Hoyoverse, you know, continues with the game in the future. But with that, let me know what you think. Peace.